we're speaking about NEW. Let me ask you about the final show of NEW. NEW just had its final show for good, correct?
If I'm going to get technical, okay, there were numerous occasions where we tried to finish out NEW. I honestly feel that the big super show that we did with a mixture of NEW, a few XSW guys, 2KW guys that have never been used on NEW, and the RSF guys who don't really get that much of a chance, on October 13th of this year, that was really the last show. But we did a show where literally we only had 2 matches, which is sad. You had like maybe about 7.5 fans, and let's see, on that show, it wasn't very good. I've been having issues with C4 that I'm not too happy about, because when I met the guy, we were really cool, it clicked. He wasn't a part of 2KW yet, but he had asked if he could be a part of both, the whole black thing going on and everything. It was a fun thing to do. But as time passed on, you really get the opportunity to see this kid, and you're like, wow, he's pretty good. He might go somewhere within his whole backyard career. And then it came to the point where it was like, I told him I wanted him and Earl Bishop to have a bit of a run for the Interborough title. It was like he was just so happy to hear it. So I guess I may have said to him, may have not have said to him that he was going to win the belt. And he got, he was basically waiting on when it was that he was going to get the title. And it just never came to it. And I just kept on going with it and going with it and going with it. And then it came to that last show where he wanted to know what was going to happen. I told him, I said, you're booked against Earl Vicious, Falls Count Anywhere. But the title is not on the line. His exact words that he said to me were basically like, this is not good news that I'm hearing. When you say that to me, it was like, wow, it's not good news you're hearing? You're getting a bit greedy right about now. You've only been around for about a good 4 or 5 months at the time. You're over because of your catchphrase and you're very good. But not everybody has gotten what they've wanted. For example, I haven't been in 2KW for a long time, but let's take American Psycho, who's never won any title to date. And he's been around in 2KW for a long time. Long time. He's got nothing. I've never heard about him complaining or none of that. They're just guys that just never got the opportunity to get anything. And he just came in and he just feels, hey, you said you're going to give this to me, so hand it over. Doesn't work that way, buddy. It just doesn't.
And as far as C4 goes,
well, it looks like we're in the Wild Wild West.
A throwback. Anyway, what do you see as the future now for C4?
Most recently, he's made a heel turn on 2KW. If he sticks with a positive attitude, then he will have the opportunity of being successful as having good storylines with some good, talented guys. Anyone that you feel that's really talented, you can think of, he could be up against, Ray Sexy or Rays or William Black, or Check or anybody, or G Murder, just Chris Cage, anybody. He could even get title runs. But if he has the sourpuss attitude, he's not going to get anywhere or get anything.
Let me switch gears for a minute. The fans of NEW and 2KW obviously play such an important role, especially the ones that are actually there during the show, forming the crowd and cheering all the superstars on. Do you have any particular opinions, positive or negative, about the fans of 2KW or NEW, whether they're there at the show or in the world of YouTube or MySpace?
It's funny that you bring that up. See, I can't really speak too much for the fans of YouTube, because when you're sitting there, some of you people, you leave tons of comments. Not only do you leave the comments on YouTube, you also go to the MySpace of 2KW, because everybody knows 2KW. It's a big deal, period, hands down. But let's see. Remember how you was asking me about the old NEW and the new NEW? See, the old NEW, there was never relatives and best friends going. and just little kids that just know the family or whatever. It was like all on a neutral level, and you liked whoever it was that you liked. It wasn't about, oh, because I live with this person is popular. It doesn't work that way, okay? If you see somebody that's talented and that's good and knows what they're doing, rightfully so, you're going to cheer for them. But if you're going to cheer for them because they're your boyfriend or your girlfriend, I'm not saying that any of you guys don't have any talent. Because everybody that's on the show that's participating, whether it be on 2KW, NEW, XSW, anywhere it is that you're at, you have talent and you're there for some reason. Okay? I just feel that nowadays it's all about, well, if you're related to me, then hey, what the hell? You're great. And you should be up here instead of being down here. It's not like I say, hey mom, you want to come see me wrestle right about now? Look, there's a show going on. I'm the champion there. Come cheer me. Bring your friends. I mean, mind you, I'm like 23 years old still doing this. I mean, I don't feel as old as some of the other guys. I'm not going to say who you are, because you know who you are. But, I'm not going to do that, If you're going to cheer for me because you feel I'm talented. Don't cheer for me because you're a friend of mine. That goes for everybody. Because there are some people I feel for, and then just some of you I just like, your character just doesn't do it for me at all.
Let me ask you a personal question that stems from this. When people criticize you, perhaps, about being 23 and still in backyard wrestling, what is your general response? Because you're not the only one, obviously, who gets that.
When I hear it, I only hear that. I only get that argument from one person. I get that argument from my son's mother. It's hilarious because we go through our personal issues, which I'm not going to state, and she'll bring it up or whatever, and she'll make it seem like it's just such a negative thing. But it's not like I'm out there doing drugs. I do have to have my beer though. Okay, you can't knock me for this. All right. I'm doing something out there that's fun. I'm not out there tripping old ladies or anything like that, I'm just having a good time. I really don't care what anybody says, because from the day that I was small and I used to talk about wrestling like crazy, I used to get ranked on, because wrestling's not a cool thing to do, I could care less what anybody says to me about wrestling. It's what I'm going to do, it's what I'm going to watch, and if you don't like it, too bad.